Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal, closing in on the first game of the season. Can you believe it? Saturday, 12:30 kickoff, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Cannot wait for it now. Absolutely buzzing for it after the Community Shield. And remember a few seasons ago, what they did is they closed the transfer window at the same time the season started. But remember at that time, they then realised, well, whilst the window was closed for the Premier League, there were other teams across Europe picking off players and they couldn't buy players back. So then they changed it back. So it means that the season does start with the transfer window still open till the 1st of September. And you know, the interesting thing about this season is that the Saudi League, their transfer window is actually open a little later than our transfer window. So they could still come in at the last minute with big offers for some of our players. And that's one of the things that the European leagues now are trying to lobby to change. But the window is open at the moment, and who's going to leave and who's going to stay following Balogun. This has been rumbling on all summer. New bids made for him yesterday, a new bid made from Monaco. Out of the blue, Monaco coming in to the reckoning, trying to get a deal done. They put a bid in. I'm not sure of the amount of that bid, but they put a bid in for Balogun yesterday, and that bid was rejected by Arsenal. Their striker, Bril Imbolo, is out injured. He's done his ACL, and they need a replacement. So they have now entered the race for Balogun. Of course, they would have seen what Balogun was up to last season when he was playing over there in Ligue 1 for Rams. And now they are very interested in signing him as well. We know Inter Milan, of course, interested, said to have now made Balogun their priority. So they're interested in him as well. And there's Lens as well over there in France that would like to sign Balogun. So that's 3 clubs now interested in his signature. Just what Arsenal want, really. They want as many clubs as possible involved in a possible bidding war so that they can get as much money as him as possible. There's been rumours that Arsenal will take 35 million, some 45, some 50. Certainly, I feel when I look at some of the money and fees that have been bandied around for players. I mean, look at yesterday, Lavia, one good season, just like Balogun, one good season last year for Southampton, who got relegated. Liverpool put a third bid in for £45 million yesterday. Rejected, right? £45 million, holding midfielder. We were talking about a striker here that, you know how hard it is to get a decent striker nowadays. Arsenal have got to charge top dollar for him or don't sell him. That is my view on it. But Arsenal would like to sell him and cash in on him. There's another player that Arsenal have got who played over in French football last year and did really, really well, who teams are interested in as well, and also are interested in selling, and that's Nuno Tavares. He's not figured at all during pre-season. He's come back from Marseille where he did well. He's a little bit towards the end, fell away, but initially did really, really well. But his chances of getting into the team now seem like absolute zero. Arsenal do want to sell him, even though they only bought him, 2 seasons ago. They would like to sell him. You think of the players that are ahead of him now in that left-back position. He's got to get past Zinchenko, Tierney. Timber now's playing in that left-back position. Did it brilliantly. Kivior can play there. That's 4 players. His chances of getting any game time, absolutely zero, unless all 4 of them get injured. But he's attracting interest from 2 German clubs today, Werder Bremen and also Wolfsburg, interested in his signature. Arsenal said to be willing to take around 13 to 15 million pounds for him. And they're looking to try and see if they can move him out before the end of the transfer window. So again, one that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Now, this one was really interesting regarding Barcelona starlet Ansu Fati. We've been hearing a lot about this kid for the past few years, how he's an exciting prospect coming out of their academy, how, Barcelona are putting a lot of faith in him and he's going to be a big player for them in the future. But then over recent times, there's been mixed talk about him because I think he's had a few injuries and stuff like that, linking him with moves away from Barcelona. Now, according to the Spanish publication Sport, Arsenal made an approach for Fati, and that has been knocked back by Barcelona. Also, the player as well, who would like to stay at Barcelona. The Sports say in their article that the offer was very tempting by Arsenal to Barcelona, but the player and also the club wanted him to stay put. Valued at around about £35 million. So it'd be interesting to know what that tempting offer was. He, interestingly, is another left winger. So, you know, when he plays for Barcelona, plays predominantly over on the left wing. And we know that's an area where we've got, you know, a lot of players that can play that position. He is right-footed though, so I guess he could play over on that right wing as well. I have to say, I watched him when Barcelona played against us in that friendly. He came on in the second half and he looked very good. He looked very good. He looked very sharp. Apparently, he's been having a very, very good preseason. But could this be a deal that could get done before the end of the transfer window? As I said, the approach was knocked back, but then I've been reading all kind of other reports. There was RMC Sport that were linking him with a move to PSG, saying that Barcelona offered him to PSG. We know about the financial issues that they have at Barcelona. And we know that Barcelona as well looking to bring in Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. But in order to do that, they need to raise funds, even though they sold Ousmane Dembele the other day. We know that Barcelona have been in serious financial troubles over the past couple of seasons. So could this be a possibility before the end of the transfer window? And as I said, he's a very exciting player. But according to Sport, Arsenal's tempting offer for Ansu Fati turned down by Barcelona. Could they go back in before the end of the transfer window? Could things change? We'll have to wait and see. Marquinhos, who I spoke about yesterday, linked with a loan move to Nantes over there in France. There's rumours that the deal could even be a permanent deal. We've been told it was going to be a loan deal for a season, but there's rumours going around that it could be a loan with an option for Nantes to buy him at the end of that. Certainly, again, not really seeing any game time at Arsenal. Hasn't really had a chance, has he? I'd rather see a loan where he could get to come back, but that is the rumour going around today. And also remember yesterday and a couple of days before that, I spoke about this rumour that was coming out of Turkey linking Jorginho with a move to Fenerbahce. According to, I think it was TRT Sport over there in Turkey, they were saying that Jorginho would like to leave Arsenal. Didn't really give any reasons why. They just said that he wants to leave and that Fenerbahce are interested in signing him. But the Telegraph today claiming that Jorginho has absolutely no intentions of leaving Arsenal and wants to stay. And that's been the sort of theme throughout the transfer window. Mikel Arteta said that, you know what, he does not want to sell Jorginho. It's a big part of his plans. Loves him around the dressing room, his influence, etc. And if you think as well, Arsenal have already lost Granit Xhaka, who is a big influence around the dressing room. Do you want to lose another player like that, of that experience, especially going into Champions League football? It really did surprise me when I saw those rumours. So I'm hoping that that's true and Jorginho does stay. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who of course was out of contract at the end of the season at Arsenal, has joined Lyon. Big move for him. Big move for him. Well done to him. Joined Lyon. Obviously, he was a free agent, so no fee for Arsenal, but that's a good move for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And of course, Matt Turner done his medical yesterday at Nottingham Forest and will be a Forest player and could face Arsenal on Saturday. How ironic is that one? That he could be returning back to the Emirates to play in the Premier League, not for Arsenal, but for Nottingham Forest. So those are your rumours today. Don't forget to check out all of our excellent content here on AFTV. We got you covered this week with previews of the game on Saturday against Nottingham Forest. We'll be speaking to Forest fans as well in the lead up to that to get their views on what to expect from them this season. Remember, we beat them at home, but we lost to them away last season. We got some unfinished business. We really need to get off to a winning start. So big game come this Saturday. But thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.